Hey, it's Modern Bro. I used to think Atomic Habits was about blowing things up, like a guidebook for turning your life into a productivity mushroom cloud. Turns out, it's more like emotional IKEA instructions. Except instead of assembling a bookshelf, you're building a new version of yourself, one awkward screw at a time. I read the book, sort of. I audiobooked it while meal prepping 5 days of chicken and regret. And now, I'm 12% less of a walking crisis. Let's break it down. The unhinged, brutally honest version of Atomic Habits. For the bros who've tried changing before and failed. Spectacularly. 1. Goals are overrated. I used to write things like, be rich, have abs, date someone who reads Murakami. Then 1 week later, I'd be in my room at 3 a.m., rewatching a breakup scene from an anime and panic ordering gym gear I'd never use. James Clear says, you don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. So instead of become mysterious alpha, I now do 3 things every morning. Wake up, brush teeth, sit in silence for 1 minute before the chaos begins. That's it. That's my new system. And weirdly, it works. 2. Tiny habits equals silent wins. I started by journaling 1 line a day, just, I'm alive, not spiraling, sort of. 2 weeks later, I stopped texting people at 1 a.m. 3 weeks in, I started noticing patterns, like how I always eat cereal when I'm sad, or how one gym session fixes 73% of my personality. Tiny actions stack, not dramatically, quietly, until one day someone says, you've changed, and you realize they're right. 3. Make it obvious. Hide your bad habits. Spotlight the good ones. Want to read? Put a book on your pillow. Want to stretch? Put a yoga mat where you usually trip over your own laundry. Want to journal? Put the notebook next to your morning coffee like a quiet invitation to reflect or spiral productively. Environment matters. You can't vibe your way into change, but you can booby trap your room for growth. 4. Make it fun, or at least bearable. Look, you're not going to meditate in a forest at sunrise, but you can pair stuff you hate with stuff you kind of like. Do laundry while listening to your favorite sad playlist. Go for a walk while pretending you're the protagonist in a slow burn indie film. Clean your room like your crush is coming over, even if they aren't, especially if they aren't. Make the boring stuff feel romantic or tragic. Just make it something. 5. Make it stupidly easy. The smaller the habit, the harder it is to excuse your way out of it. Don't read 20 pages. Read 2 sentences. And don't start a business. Open a Google Doc and write business ? I once made my habit, put on running shoes, not run, just shoes. That week I ran 3 times, because once your shoes are on, your excuses sound kind of dumb. 6. Reward the ritual. Cross it off. Say nice out loud. Flex in the mirror even if you look like a gremlin. Track the streak. Light a candle after journaling. Sip a fancy tea when you hit a milestone. It's not about dopamine, it's about reminding yourself. I'm the kind of person who does this now. 7. Change who you are quietly. Don't try to write. Be a writer. Don't go for a run. Be the kind of person who runs, even if it's ugly. Identity is sticky. When you become someone, your habits stop being chores. They start being you. I used to be the guy who tried new things every 2 weeks and burned out. Now I'm the guy who finishes things, slowly, quietly, but fully. 8. Kill the bad habits. Want to stop scrolling TikTok? Delete it. Or bury it in a folder called Taxes and Failure. Want to stop binging chips? Stop buying them. Or make a rule that you can only eat chips after walking 5,000 steps. I once made a deal with a friend. Every time I skipped gym, I sent him $5 in a voice note explaining why I suck. I stopped skipping. I hated recording those notes. 9. Stack the wins. Make your bed, drink water, don't open Instagram till 11 a.m. Message one friend you miss, That's 4 wins. And when the chaos hits, and it will, you'll still have those. Like anchors, stack enough small wins, and you'll accidentally start becoming someone worth dating, or at least texting back. 10. Miss once, never twice. You will mess up. You'll forget the habit. You'll spiral and Uber McDonald's at midnight. That's fine. You're not a monk. Just don't let it become the new pattern. Miss once? Human. Miss twice? Dangerous. Miss 3 times? You're in a loop, and not the cool kind. Final note, build something that holds. You don't need more hype. You don't need to believe in yourself. You need a system that survives your worst days, something simple, repeatable, so mundane it's almost spiritual. Because the guy you want to become, he doesn't read motivational quotes. He charges his phone outside the bedroom. He flosses. He calls his mom. He lifts even when he's tired. And he drinks water before coffee. One day someone will ask, "How'd you get your life together?" And you won't say much. You'll just smile and go wash your dishes.